happening, YouTube? You are listening to the throat of a mortal coil. If you missed me, here I am. If you didn't, sit back and take it. I had to chuckle to myself today because I decided to visit the garbageest of garbage tier websites, Looper. I mean, I saw a sweaty fat guy on the back of a garbage truck trying to haul this site off the internet. Luckily, I swerved in traffic and avoided the truck. But, lo and behold, I found this article entitled, "What It Was Really Like to See Star Wars in 1977. Now, this was a long read. The article is broken down into segments, and not while quite as trashy as the websites that ask you to click next after every paragraph. The length of the article will have you wanting to hit that fast forward button that Spaceballs gave us. So for the front part of this article, it basically summarizes Empire of Dreams, an excellent documentary on Star Wars, which I'm sure if you're listening to this, you've probably already seen it, but if you haven't, go and yourself. The rest of us will wait. Now, instead of citing that source, the author of this article, Phil Archbold, decided to source multiple Reddit sources, which is multiple Reddit users, which in my mind is lazy journalism, because any asshole can get on Reddit and say whatever the fuck they want, just like this asshole got on YouTube and is saying whatever he wants. So there was nothing quite like Star Wars in its initial theatrical run. It changed everything from how movies are experienced to visual effects, to sound, to storytelling. It slammed down to the earth like the behemoth it was. And the main thrust of the article, which I agree with, is that it's hard to conceptualize the impact it had in 1977 from a 2020 perspective. This article made the point of, before there was internet and endless entertainment at your fingertip, kids had to actually make shit up. And I agree with that. I was not alive in 1977, but I do remember being alive in the early 80s and having to do things like go outside and climb trees and throw rocks because TV was something that lived at home. And when Dad got home, that was his TV. Meh. Star Wars lives in our hearts because it's so believable. Lightsabers seem like they would work. The Force is something that we can feel. We all know what it's like to be stuck somewhere we don't want to be and yearning for something beyond our grasp, but how do we get there? I don't know that this author conveyed that to me through this article, but what it did was reawaken my yearning for pure storytelling. Now, if you know me and you know our cohorts, you know that Star Wars and the treatment that Disney gave it really sparked a revolution in the hearts and minds of what became the fandom menace. And this article is ironic because right here it talks of goofy Disney dreck, but then it becomes a commercial for the betrayal of George Lucas, which we know as the Disney Star Wars trilogy. Now, I find it ironic because on the eve of the release of the second season of The Mandalorian, which aside from Darth Vader in Rogue One is the best thing that has been attached to the name Star Wars since Disney's acquisition, readers are going to be inundated with Star Wars press. Now, each of us in our own hearts and minds has that natural compass to what Star Wars is and should be. And that's why the taste of shit is so prevalent in our mouths, because we've been forced to take it. And I don't know about you, but that's not my natural predilection. When somebody tries to force shit in my face, I get mad. I get angry. I speak up and I act. Here we are, the fandom menace.